by Caps. Banger game 3, Rasmus. I think it was over 10 minutes before it was actually over, maybe even 15 minutes before it was over. Why was that third game so different? I know we heard a little bit from your teammates as well, but from your perspective, I feel like you were the guy ganking bottom, breaking open bot lane. What was the actual thought?
You kind of did everything.
You're the MVP of that game. I don't care what Twitter says. Serious, we can talk otherwise, but you're the MVP of that game. So what was that game like from your perspective? Because I wasn't surprised to see you guys run back the game 1 draft. I was surprised to see you in bot lane at level 3, though. That was a bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, went a lot better the third game. I think we finally got a bit more comfortable on stage. I was also feeling good on stage. Usually, that's the advantage, I guess, of having a long time, is that when it comes to like these longer series and you have to like keep your like head focused, it can be hard for some players. And when suddenly Jace goes bot level 3, it might be very unexpected. And maybe in game 1 they would actually like react better to it, but maybe because it's game 3 they are like a bit fatigued. It's also like pretty late in the day. So I think that was a problem with it.
That play right there, I don't know, that whole sequence, like your micro was so sick. Dodging away from some like the just out of range of the autos, dodging the Q, getting the flash knockback was really, really nice. But I mean, also this sleep on the Lilia. Watching this game 1 and game 3, I was like, yeah, I know Lilia got buffed on this patch, but like, I can't believe we didn't see it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, because she was so really strong, I mean, both games. And that's also, I think, a big reason, right? It's like we had the basically same game being played game 1, and it was kind of like, it felt very like easy to play it. Then we get the same game in game 3, and again, it feels like also quite easy for us. If anything, we just played even more aggro.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's just that much easier on you mentally? You talked about the strain of a best of 3. You talked about how it's late in the day. Do you feel like it's just so much easier for you? Because while BDS tried to bring some new picks and tried to mix it up, you guys basically just got to run back the same comp. Did it just make it that much easier for you to play out the entirety of the game?
I mean, for sure, yeah. Like, the thing is, when you have something that you are good at, right? Then if you can just do the exact same game, and they basically, like, the thing is, they match with like most of the same. So we knew to like expect the same things, right? Obviously, we were careful of if they were gonna do like the level 3 gank bot again. We were careful of them like running mid a lot. My answer was just to roam myself, because then they can't gank me. So yeah, I think we had a good plan for what they were doing, and they didn't really have like any adaptation. I feel like actually from like, it was not like they had, because they gave us the same draft and they picked pretty much the same ones, but they didn't do anything like insane to counter it. They kind of just did the same thing and lost.
Yeah, I think like looking at the draft, I could see like some differences. Like I think the second phase for them in game 1, going like double melee, double like frontline tanks with Garen, Alistar was like a little bit suspect versus the Lilia, who's going to be like super happy just like burn all of those champions. The Kai'Sa too, I thought was like pretty cool coming in from you guys. So it's like, okay, maybe draft wise it's a little bit better going for like more longer range champions, especially down towards the bottom side of the map. But at the end of the day, like I am very sold on this Lilia pick. I'm all aboard.
He's #1 Lilia fan. He was about to go run up there and steal
I'm a Lilia enjoyer.
Steal Mike from Trouble, do interview yourself, just ask you, ignore Broken Blade BB, you can leave, ask 8 questions about Lilia, which is fair. I'm excited to see the pick more.
She's so fast.
She's very fast. She's very buffed. Demonic Embrace nerfs. Fake news for her. I'm excited for Lilia. But since we don't, unless you're playing Lilia mid, I think we can segue away from the Lilia.
You did Zac mid, so
to be fair, like with double best of 3 going 3 games, it's also getting a bit later in the evening. Yeah. Obviously, the later it is, the better it is to like get them to sleep, right? So
very true. So Zoe got buffed this last patch too. She's pretty good support.
Okay, if it was a game time, maybe stop shilling.
pretty broken down there. All I'm saying.
All right. Well, some people that played at the start of the day weren't worried about going to sleep too quickly. Mad and Astralis. Want to talk a little bit about the series, especially because you guys are going to be playing up against Mad tomorrow. I don't know. Did you get to see all of the series today? I don't know how many of the games you got to watch.
Yeah, so we were driving the first game, but the second and the third game we were backstage. We were ready to go on stage, but then suddenly it turned around a bit, and Astralis actually just popped off. Especially Daystra was getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, I was impressed by the Dayor turnaround, and I'm curious, when we look at this, of course, credit to Astralis for finding these avenues, even if it didn't quite work out in the holistic best of 3 overall, but we've seen a lot of best of 3s, pretty much every best of 3 except 1 actually go to 3 games, and a lot of these matchups where we expected clear favorites. I think you were the expected clear favorites, Mad expected clear favorites, Vitality expected, again, clear favorites, yet all of these best of 3s are going the full 3 games. Is it teams taking risks? Is it teams underperforming? Is the league just that close? Why do you think we're having so many close best of threes this week?
I mean, I think it's kind of like, the thing is, it's very similar to regular season, right? Like best of ones are usually also like quite close. The thing is that we just swapped to like the new patch, right? And unlike like the old playoff system, it's like now it's like what, week 4 we're in currently?
Yeah.
So it's not like week 11 or 12 like the normal playoffs is, where everyone has like gotten all the ways to work together, all the ways they want to play the game, all the ways they want to draft, and we don't have the same amount of weeks to like prepare on the patch. So I'm sure it's going to be better next week because we already have 1 more week to practice, and especially on the patch. But for sure, I'm not surprised to see like some messiness going around this week.
Yeah, I also think that every single game was won by the team on blue side today, and everyone chose blue side when it was available. What are your thoughts on that? Why do you guys like blue?
Yeah, I mean, we like blue. I don't really want to like give too much away. We know we're playing.
Everyone always say refuse to answer. Always acceptable.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, blue is my favorite color, like unironically.
It's a great color.
So like that does help, right?
Well, blue is Caps' okay, there we go. Blue is Caps' favorite color. Definitely fair. When it comes to looking ahead, obviously the winners of tomorrow's matches will be playing each other in our first best of 5. I assume you're going to pick yourself to win over Mad. Bold prediction, I know. Who do you expect to be facing if you can win tomorrow in the best of 5s, Vitality or Koi?
Well, I mean, I was going to say Vitality, but then I guess Koi looked very good yesterday. But honestly, I will probably still just say Vitality. I think they look like really messy every game, but they make it work, right? They're first, and they won as well yesterday. So I'm sure it'll be like a long series.
Yeah.
I would say 3 games, and probably quite messy, but I think they'll make it there.
Yeah, I think Koi definitely have inspired me a little bit more with their play, but I'm still not ready to go, okay, 1BO3, I'm all aboard their great return.
They got the
or anything
only
like this.
2-0.
You know what? You're right. They're winning the split. You nailed it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got
I
you.
appreciate it. I love that totally authentic support
It
that
was
I'm getting
completely
from you there.
authentic. I promise you.
Ender.
I promise you.
Yeah, wonderful. How much deeper do you think this patch goes? Because I think that, talking again about the meta here, like when we saw the patch changes, I was like, yes, big, different. It's going to be so wild. But outside of a Twitch support with the Cassio and bot lane, outside of you guys busting out Lilia, maybe a Kindred from Bo, it's looked pretty much exactly the same. Don't want you to leak anything in scrims, but do you think that there's a lot more to be figured out on this patch, or do you think it's mostly just going to feel the same with these Cassantes in the top lane, Jaxes in the top lanes, until we're on to the next season, on to the next patch?
I think that's to start off. I think there's always like more to figure out on the patch, and especially when it's only been like a week. I think of us playing on this particular patch. I think there's gonna be some new things that come out. I mean, even for us, as I mentioned, like we played like the Lilia today. We even had like the Kaiser game, and we also have a lot more other picks that we didn't get to show yet, right? But I think some of the picks are gonna stay the same, right? Some of the same prior picks will be there. Some of the same like safe picks will be in the different roles. But there might be like every game or every second game there might be like something new coming out, but I don't think you're going to see like 5 different champs, right? It's going to be maybe like 1 new champ as Lilia, for example, this game, or as Kaiser, right? And I think it'll be something similar in the next round.
I would say we have seen a little bit more, I think, variety in bot lane these last 2 days. Now, I think a lot of that is like personal preference. With
Also,
our
Yumi's
supports.
dead. Yumi's
Also,
the
no,
only
no,
actual
that's what I was
champion
saying.
removed from the meta.
That's what I was going to say, though, because I do think a lot of it is like personal preference, like the Nautilus, the Leona for Mickey. We also saw Alistar today with like 1 million bans on bot lane champions. But with Yumi getting nerfed, like that all of a sudden becomes like more of an option, sending a lot of bans down like support's way to like push you down on the tier list. Hillsing's Thresh also comes to mind as another like tank support that is like a personal option. But like to me, I'm like, is this just our LEC supports that have always loved to play those tanks? Is this just the meta? Because also it does allow you to play a lot more like squishier champions on the top side of the map. Like Mickey playing tank supports, I think works really well for G2 because it allows you to play Lily in the jungle, play like more like the Bel'Veth as well, like squishier jungle champions where you can rely on Mickey to find the engage as opposed to that being Yike's job.
I mean, for sure, it's hard to say, like, right, because we just play within Europe and we play within like the teams. And I mean, the picks we're playing, we obviously have a lot of success with in practice. In those like 4 days we had, so it was not like the craziest amount.
Important to point out, yeah.
But we felt comfortable enough to pull them out, and maybe next week we're gonna come with some. Actually, I guess even tomorrow we might come out with something.
Yeah.
entirely different.
So we support. I'm telling you, it's great.
One last question. If you do win tomorrow, we won't see you until best of fives until the following Monday. So I'm curious to know from your perspective, of the teams in the lower bracket, who will be the two that ultimately, alongside potentially defenders, who do you expect to be the top four here in the LEC?
I mean, I think from our group it will probably. I mean, it'll be us.
Yes.
We'll go tomorrow, and then I think probably Mad will just win out against both BDS and Astralis. I think Astralis looked decent today, but I feel like they were overperforming, if anything. And I do think Matt will win out against BDS as well. And then from the other group, I think it's just going to be Vital Decoy. There's a world that Heretics and SK make it, especially Heretics had a very close series. But again, I feel like that's just like kind of Vital this way. Like they all these games are just super close, right? And maybe when they go up against them again, I think they will just lose. Or yeah, Decoy.
We'll have to see if we get any upsets in the week to come. Tomorrow, of course, we're just going to see the winners match. Good luck in your match versus G2.
Thank you.
See who comes out.
Yeah, I really hope you can beat G2 tomorrow.
That one. It's late. Bro, I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm wearing the wrong socks. Just like, cut me, like, chill a little bit. All right, yeah. Do you want to talk about Lilia? We can just talk
talk about Lilia. All those sleeper OPs. Lilia, Zoe, you gotta...
Stop. That's terrible. All right.
We should all go home.
On a side note, complete tone shift here to something that is actually very serious. Riot Games is working alongside local and global charities through the Riot Social Impact Fund. You can join us in supporting those efforts to help those affected by the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria at riot.com/donate. Big deal. If you got funds to spare, be sure to contribute in any way that you can. Obviously, a huge tragedy. And again, in a world of dramatic, sweeping tone shifts, that was all from us here tonight. Thank you for watching. We're still going to do the PGL selfie. We'll still be back tomorrow to decide the winners of each group, and we'll see you then as I try to work
Selfie
a Polaroid camera.
You got this. I believe in you. You got to twist the thing and then click the thing and then...
Well, my battery packs are falling off. Just get really up in there,
Okay,
Rasmus,
get in there, get in there.
You're the center of attention here.
Let's hope that worked.
Did it work? It's printing.
It's printing. It did something.
All right, just the boomers and Rasmus
Look,
trying to
you
figure
look
it out.
awesome.
Don't believe his lies. Sleep jokes. Anyway, that's us. We'll see you all tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Good luck, Caps. Good luck to Mad. Good luck to Vitality. Good luck to Koi. We'll see who comes out on top. And they're just going to keep playing music until I stop talking. So now I'm going to stop talking.
Good luck against G2 tomorrow.
Hey, good luck against you too.
Hear your own words.
Oh, guys.
Wait, are we allowed to have a window open in our room?
No, you're not.
Why not?
No way!